Okay, YouTube, I'm working on a Troy-Bilt pressure washer. A little history behind this pressure washer. This was given to me by my brother-in-law. When you would go to use the pressure washer, it would start and immediately stall, and you could not pull the starter cord until you released the pressure by squeezing the handle on the wand. The only way you could get the thing started was to hold the handle on the wand down and start it that way. That told me that the unloader valve was sticking, my brother-in-law actually bought a brand new one and gave me this one, so I brought it home and took the unloader valve out and cleaned it all up, and it worked fine. So I used it a couple times, and the last time I went to use it, it was working fine. I shut it off at the end of the day, and the next morning when I went to start it, no pressure. So I removed the unloader valve over here, clean that all up. I do have a video on how to remove a stubborn unloader valve using washers. If you have trouble taking your unloader valve out, you might check that video. Anyway, I cleaned it all up and sprayed some brake cleaner in there. I also took this out. I looked on YouTube, and some people said that there's another place that may have a little ball bearing in it. This one did not, but I cleaned it out anyway. Otherwise, there's no other access area to clean anything out, or any valves or anything on this pump. I have to assume the pump was good. It can't work one day and then not work the next morning when you just shut it off to quit working at the end of the day. So I said I cleaned the unloader valve, started it up, and again, no pressure. So I pulled the pump off, and lo and behold, there was no Woodruff key in there. I can't believe it didn't come with one, since when I got it, if you didn't release the pressure, it would actually stop the motor. So I can't imagine that if there was no Woodruff key from the factory, that that would have happened. It's certainly possible that when the unloader valve was sticking and the pump would shut the motor off, build up pressure to shut the motor off, that actually sheared the key to the point where just from normal use, it finally let loose. The pump itself turns freely. Get a pair of pliers in here, and you see that the pump turns. Hard to do that one-handed. So anyway, I'll replace the Woodruff key and see what happens. So just a little tip: if your pressure washer doesn't make pressure, like I said, most commonly it's the unloader valve sticking, but don't forget about the Woodruff key that could be sheared off or disintegrated, and the motor is just spinning in the pump shaft without turning the pump. Hope this helps somebody.